So you're moving to Texas and trying to decide between Frisco and Southlake. Well, that's a big decision, guys. And honestly, it's not just about picking a city, it's about choosing a lifestyle. Both places have a ton to offer, but they feel completely different. Instead of just listening to pros and cons, let's talk about what really matters. Where you'll feel at home, where your family will thrive, and what kind of community fits your day-to-day life. But before we jump into this week's video, my name is Casey McEwen, and I'm your local trusted real estate agent and investor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And if you're finding this channel content on all things Dallas-Fort Worth valuable, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. It truly helps out the channel. Now, one of the biggest differences between Frisco and Southlake is going to be the size. Frisco, if you don't know, is huge. There's about 225,000 people that live there, and it's growing incredibly fast, expecting to hit 325,000 in the next decade. Now, Frisco itself has that big, shiny, new city vibe with tons of development, corporate offices, and master planned communities popping up everywhere. If you like the energy of a city that's constantly expanding, where there's always something new being built, Frisco definitely has that covered. Now, Southlake, on the other hand, is a much smaller city with only about 32,000 people. It's the kind of place where you might run into your neighbors at Trader Joe's or see the same familiar faces at community events. Now, Southlake is an incredibly well-established town, not really growing anymore besides redevelopment, which gives you a more stable and traditional feel. If you like the idea of more of a close-knit suburban community where things don't change too much, Southlake may be more of your speed. Now, both Frisco and Southlake have incredible schools, guys, but they are set up incredibly different. Frisco ISD, for example, is massive, spanning 75 square miles with 44 elementary schools, 20 middle schools, and 13 high schools. The district is designed to keep schools smaller so kids get more individual attention, and there's a huge variety of different programs. Now, whether or not your child is into STEM, fine arts, sports, or anything else, there is a good chance they'll have access to a program that fits their interests. Now, Southlake, on the other hand, being Carroll ISD, is much smaller, covering just 21 square miles with only 11 schools. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in reputation. It's consistently ranked one of the best districts in all of Texas, with top test scores and a strong focus on college readiness. And if you're into football, Carroll High School is legendary. It's a huge part of the community culture. So if you want a school district with a ton of variety and options, Frisco is definitely going to be the place. But if you're looking for more of a small, high-performing district with a good sense of tradition, Southlake is going to be hard to beat. Now, if having a diverse community is important to you, Frisco definitely has the edge here. With so many people moving in from all over the country, you'll find a good mix of cultures, backgrounds, and perspectives. It's also got a much wider range of income levels, from first-time homebuyers to high net worth professionals. Now, Southlake, on the other hand, has historically been a more affluent and less diverse community. Though that's slowly changing as more families move in from out of state, the median household income in Southlake, for example, is around $250,000, while Frisco is about $150,000 a year. That's not to say that you won't find luxury homes in Frisco. You absolutely will, but Southlake has a much more exclusive and high-end feel. Now, one thing I do want to say and be completely transparent with you, while filming this video, I have lived in Frisco before. I actually interviewed at Frisco ISD about a decade ago to become a high school teacher and wrestling coach before I actually jumped into real estate. And again, I did live in Frisco for a small portion of time, but I'm calling Southlake my forever home. As of right now, we are building a pretty incredible home that is going to be complete probably summer of 2026. So I do want to be fully transparent and say Southlake is where I'm going to call my home for forever, hopefully. Not to say that there is any negative thing to say about Frisco whatsoever. If we have a personal conversation or speak over the phone or meet in person with the intention of hopefully helping you relocate somewhere, I'm never going to be the person that steers you towards Southlake or against any other city within our metro. But I do just want to be fully transparent there. Frisco is an incredible city, just as much as Southlake is as well. Now, if you love having entertainment options right at your doorstep, Frisco is hands down the winner. It's home to the PGA headquarters, the Dallas Cowboys practice facility, FC Dallas Soccer Stadium, and the Rough Riders minor league baseball team. And even to add to all of that, the new Universal Studios theme park is on the way as well. Frisco, I'm telling you guys, is becoming even more of an entertainment hotspot than it was previously. Now, whether or not you're into sports, concerts, or just want endless things to do with your kids, Frisco has it all. Now, Southlake, in contrast, is more about upscale dining and boutique shopping. Southlake Town Square is the heart of the action with high-end stores and some of the best restaurants in the DFW area. There are also unique activities like horseback riding, private golf courses, and specialty fitness and dance studios. It's more about enjoying the luxurious, relaxed lifestyle rather than having non-stop events and attractions. So if you really want more of a city full of excitement and activities for all ages, Frisco is going to be the place to be. But if you prefer more of a quieter, more refined lifestyle with top-notch shopping and dining, Southlake is going to be a tremendous fit. Now, I will say here, I personally love the mixture of the two. Now, when we're talking Southlake versus Frisco, these are not two cities that are an hour or more apart from one another. So if you are struggling between the two, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think you're going to be upset with either one of these two cities. I obviously am building in Southlake, and I also can tell you I'm going to spend plenty of nights and evenings in Frisco, not because I enjoy Frisco more than I enjoy Southlake. I'm going to love living in Southlake. It's just the fact that it's not that far of a drive and there's a ton of things to do in Frisco. Now, the housing markets in Frisco and Southlake are definitely different. So let me explain to you guys. Frisco now still has room to grow. There's still plenty of new construction with homes starting around $700,000 brand new. Most homes are in a master planned community with modern amenities like resort style pools, fitness centers, and green spaces. Now, you may be asking, what is the downside? Well, the lots tend to be a lot smaller and you won't find as many mature trees as you would in an older suburb. The way that Frisco was built out is, generally speaking, you're not going to be having half-acre or acre lots, or even then a third of an acre in Frisco is not going to be easy to find. And now it's out there, especially at the higher end price, but it's not the normal. So yes, Southlake, on the other hand, is almost completely built out. So new construction is rare, but if you do find new construction, it starts north of $2 million. Now, most homes are going to be on larger lots with more established landscaping and a more traditional feel. The entry price point for just a single family home alone in Southlake is about 650 grand, but these are usually going to be older homes that may need some updating or potentially demoing the entire house and rebuilding. Now, if you want a newer, more affordable home in a community with lots of modern conveniences, Frisco is going to be the better choice. If you're looking for more of a home with space, for example, the house we are building is close to 2 acres, a little bit more privacy, and a prestigious address, Southlake is definitely worth considering. Now, it really, at the end of the day, comes down to what kind of lifestyle you want. If you love the idea of a big, growing city with tons of entertainment, job opportunities, and modern conveniences, well, Frisco is the place to be. But if you're looking for more of a quieter, more traditional community with top-tier schools and a strong sense of local pride, Southlake may be the best fit for you. Either way, though, guys, both cities offer a fantastic quality of life, so it's all about what feels right for you. If you want help figuring out which area is the best for you, I'd love to be the agent to help. Thanks again, as always, guys. I appreciate all of your support. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help. And stay tuned for the next video.